welcome to my channel, Revive Beauty. My name is Donna, and I'm so happy you're here. Today we have 3 projects. The first one is a little more complicated, and the last one's pretty easy. But this is my inspiration. This is from the Riley Chance website. So I have this tier tray that I purchased from Michael's. I did look at Goodwill. I couldn't find one, but many of you might have one already. And I purchased a skeleton from Five and Below. And it was a whole skeleton, and you'll see here in a second. I sort of disassemble it. So this is the tier tray, and the one thing that I think you need to look for is one that you can like take apart. You can take the top tray thing off of there. So that was an important thing there that I needed. So here's the skeleton that I purchased. And what I'm going to do is I have this hot knife. I'm going to remove his head. Sounds sort of gory. But I'm using that hot knife to take that off. And it was really hot. At some point it was smoking, but it made the job a lot easier. You just got to be really careful and take some safety measures, which I really didn't. I was just trying to be really careful. As you can see, I was trying to go around it. And I think at one point I finally, yeah, I got it to snap off. So now I'm going to remove his rib cage. Doing the same thing with the hot knife, going around. Trying to get in there. Now this project took me a lot longer than my other projects ever do, because I did a lot of rhinestoning on him, so it did take a lot more time. So I probably worked on this project here alone 3 days on and off. Still working it, trying. Oh, I had to remove his hips. His hips were stuck to it too. There we go. So you see what I'm doing there. Sorry, it's a little off camera. I don't know how that happened. Jeez. Thought I was doing better. So let me know, do you guys like bling? Do you like sparkly things? Because this guy has a lot of sparkle. I use a lot of rhinestones. I have the Totally Dazzled rhinestone kit. I used it. I used rhinestones that I purchased from Amazon. Some that I purchased from Michael's. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add rhinestones to each rib bone there. So my inspiration, they had actual like bigger jewels on it. I didn't have that. So I'm starting off with black. And now that I see this in the final reveal, because I used the Aurora Borealis stones on the next row, and I thought they looked really pretty, but in the final reveal they look pink, and they're not pink, you know, they have all the different flecks of colors. But I wish now I used red. I didn't have red at the time. I ordered red, but they weren't in yet, so I just went with these. So you can see there. To dry it a little bit, because they were sort of trying to slide off that plastic. But, you know, I still like it. I still think it came out really cute. I think it's going to be good. If you have a little Halloween party, you can put some treats on it if you want, or you just have it there as decoration. My granddaughter is born on Halloween, so we always have a little thing for her. So maybe I'll give this to her. I don't know. I don't know if it's something she'll like or not. She's only like 10 years old, so. But if she ever wants it, it's hers. Just going through trying to get them dried so they wouldn't slip, because every time I looked back at them, they were slipping and sliding. So I was going to use that diamond glaze that's there, but it was too runny, and they were really slippery with that, so I had to go back to the B7000, and it helped. They weren't as slippery. They still slid a little, but not as bad. So just trying to go through and get all those added. Just showing you guys a little bit here what I was doing, and then we'll cut to the end, to the bottom row here soon. Just didn't want to overwhelm you. This reminds me of like that diamond art, or that, you know, the dotting, like the people that are doing the mandala stuff, you know, is that what it's called? Or mandalas, yeah. I watched too many shows on the mandala thing. But anyway, you know, where they're dotting, I love that art, and I really want to learn how to do that. I have the tools, I just haven't attempted it yet. So I guess this is a little Halloween and a little Gothic. That's what I'm thinking. What do you guys think? Would you consider this Halloween or Gothic? Because you could probably use this if you're into goth. You could probably use this all year long. There's nothing saying it's only for Halloween. But I think the tray is cute for some little things, you know. I mean, you could put, it's not food safe, but maybe like cupcakes, or maybe some wrapped candy. If you're having like a little party or get together or something. Or maybe just, you know, other little knickknacks. I put my owls on it, and a spider, and I might add something else. I've got some little apothecary bottles I could add to it to decorate it. So this was not hard to do, it was just time consuming. Okay, here we go. We're at the bottom row. So I've gotten through the whole thing. Finally there. I have another skeleton. I bought 2 of them, so I could always create another one if I wanted to. But you know, once you do one project, it's hard to like really get into doing a second one. Your first one is fun and exciting, and then after that you're like, I already did this. So it's hard to repeat projects. So I didn't do the back of the rib cage only because, you know, it's probably going to be sitting somewhere that's going to face the wall. If I put it like on my breakfast thing there, you know, I might do the back of it. I'm not sure. It's just a lot of rhinestones. And rhinestones aren't cheap anymore. Jeez. Especially the bigger ones. These I think are 40 millimeters or something that I bought. I think that's what they are, millimeters. But don't hold me to that. I'm not sure. I had to count them, make sure I had the same amount on each side. Good dry here, because you know if you dry them, then you know they're not sliding. And this crown I purchased from Michael's. It was part of that French I don't know what it was called. It was a series that they had, and they had a bunch of French stuff. And this crown was there, and I purchased it. It's really cute. They probably don't have any more because I think they're at the end. I think the French stuff is pretty much on clearance now. But because it's Christmas and everybody has their ornaments out, a lot of people have crowns out for ornaments. I have a few that I've purchased in the past, but this one just happened to fit on the skeleton's head pretty good. So I was going around the crown with the same rhinestones. There was some little like circles on it and little things I was adding some red to. I ended up adding more red to it once they came in, because I had ordered red and it took a while for me to get them, but once they came in I finished it off with them, which you guys will see soon. Like all the rhinestones, I was sort of getting blind every time the light hit it. It like flashed in my eyes. So I'm going to paint the tray things black. I'm using the same plate I used on my pumpkin in my previous video. I didn't have any new ones, so I said, okay, this is dry, I'll just use it. Why waste it? So I'm going over each little I don't know, I guess you call them trays. It's a tiered tray, so the little shelves, this bottom one and the top one with black paint. And the paint I'm using is, I believe it's the Deco Art enamel, gloss enamel paint. And I do paint the bottom of this one also. The bottom tray, I haven't painted the bottom yet. I will do that, just to give it a finished look. So this is that metal ribbon that you can purchase. Well, I don't know if they still have it. I purchased this from Hobby Lobby probably 2 years ago. maybe 3 years ago, and I don't know if they still have it. I haven't really checked. I know some people have said sometimes Dollar Tree has this metal ribbon. I've never seen it, but I'm not big shopper at Dollar Tree, so they could have it. I just don't know. So I was going to paint the inside of this trim. I thought, oh, I need to paint the inside, and I realized, no, I don't. They're not going to see it. So I'm going to glue one to each tray, and I tape it. I use some painter's tape and tape it down just so it could dry, and you know, make sure it's adhered well. So I'm using my Gorilla Glue. Started off with hot glue just to give it that quick hold there. And I'm going around. Trying to make sure I have lots of glue on it so it holds. And even though it has a lot of glue, it was still sticking up a little. So that's what made me decide that I just needed to tape it down so, you know, I could make sure that it was there and it was sticking by the time I took it off. So I've already done the top one, and this is the second one, the bottom one that I'm doing. Sure it's good and secure. Here's the top one. I've already done that. I already pulled the tape off. So now I'm going to go around it. Oh yeah, I need my gloves on. This black enamel paint is hard to get off. So I'm going to go around it and paint that wire ribbon. And the wire ribbon has a lot of texture on it, and you know, different designs on it. And it has these little oval circles on it, and you can't really tell here. Oh, and here's the bottom one that I'm going to remove. I'm gonna get it painted, but I add some little red rhinestones to those little circles on the metal ribbon. I really love the way that looked. So let's see, I gotta get that painted. I'm just checking, making sure that it's all stuck there. And get it all painted, and you can see the little paste bottle there. I'm going to go over all those details with that gold paste. And I was trying to find a gold that matched the crown. You know, all these different gold paints and paste, and they all have a different tone to them. So I was trying to match that, but it's not easy, because once you get it on the black, it takes a different look. You can see where I started to paint the bottom, but then I was like, I'm not going to waste my time right now doing that. Just wanted to get my video done. Just going over the top. The top, you know, the wood had a little bit of scratches, and I didn't see that before I painted it, but once it was painted, they really showed up, so I was trying to smooth them over. Okay, so there's the top one. It's good and dry. Here's the paste. It's a Pentart gold paste. I can see it's called... It is called... What is it called? I don't know. Antique paste. But I can't read the color. I need my glasses, and I don't have my glasses, so I can't read it. It just says gold on one part, so maybe it's just gold. But it ends up looking really nice. I really like the gold and how it looks. I put in those little red stones. Here we go. And I really like the way that looks. I mean, once I did this, I really wish that I had used red on the skeleton rib cage there. So here I'm trying to figure out which stones look better. Going through everything. Let's see, did I choose those? Those don't look red, do they? Nope. Changed my mind. See, I was like, nope, it's not gonna work. Okay, I think these red ones are the ones. And you can hardly see there. No, those aren't the ones either. Okay, let's try again. What about these? I can't really see. But yes, those are the ones. Those are the winners. So each, on this metal ribbon, there's little circles, like oval circles on it. So I'm putting a stone in the center of each of those. So I've got to remember, I got to put these, when I show you guys, I got to put it closer to the camera. I felt like it was. I feel like the camera's right there. It's right next to me. So you guys liking this so far? Would you have done something like this? Will you do something like this? I'm just wondering. And I just want to thank everybody for their wonderful comments. I mean, it really makes my day when I hear from you guys. Okay, so now I'm adding the gold to the bottom tray. And now I'm going to be adding the rhinestones to it. You know, I did speed this up. I know this video is a little bit longer. This, like I said, was very time consuming. So I did speed it up. So you guys won't have to sit here and watch me rhinestone everything. I think I'm almost done. And if you guys haven't used Totally Dazzled, just they're amazing. But I know there's some other companies out there that sell rhinestones. Do you guys know of any? Like, let me know. What companies do you use for rhinestones? A lot of people do those oh, water mugs. What are those called? You guys. Oh gosh. Tumblers. I am so bad, yeah. People rhinestone tumblers. And shoes and hats and purses and all kinds of stuff. I'm not into all that, though it looks fun. So okay, here's the crown. You guys can see that I started doing the red up on those little things, And I saved the last one to show you guys what I was doing. I really like the red, and I wish I used more of it. It looks like rubies. Okay, I think we're going to assemble this thing now. So I'm adding some Gorilla Glue to the spine. Put that on there, and I'm pushing it against that rod there. Here's the top one. Figure out how to do it. Okay, here's the head. Trying to fix the camera, it didn't really help. So I decided I needed a ruby on his tooth. So I'm adding one little red rhinestone to his tooth. The camera didn't want to stay up. So I'm gluing the crown to his head. And I think I used my Gorilla Glue. I had a lot of seepage. I had to wipe it off. Sorry guys. I thought I had set it so it was in the camera. What do you guys think? Oh, there's a little spider. Oh, see, it just kept falling down. I don't know what I did to it. Added some owls. I did those owls on the previous video. Oh, and here's project 2. Please wait for the final reveal. So I'm using this paper. It's from the Forevermore collection. It's called Skull King. And I purchased that charger there from Hobby Lobby. So I decided I was just going to add them there. And if you see those 3 little skulls, they're going to be the bottom. So it's like a riser, sort of. So, yeah, those skulls I got from Michael's when they first put their Halloween stuff out. I don't know if they still have them. I don't know why I even purchased just 3. But I did. I purchased 3. I purchased the charger at Hobby Lobby, and that skull is from my shop, and I will be leaving a link. He's called the Skull King. And there's the theme here. It's all skulls and skeletons. So I'm going to be adding here. Remember, I'm not perfect. I didn't cut him around perfect, and he's not going to lay there perfect, but I like them. So there's one of my little silicone cups, and it had some dried Mod Podge in it, and all you have to do is just pull it out. They're so easy to use and clean. So I'm adding more Mod Podge with some water, spraying some water in it, and stir it up because I use watered down Mod Podge to decoupage. So I had put a white paint down just so the image is, brighter. I misted the image just because it helps lay it down. Less wrinkles. Now I'm going over the top with the Mod Podge. And it was getting a little bubbly, so I was able to get those out. So I'm just going over that real good. Making sure it's good and sealed. Doing some drying. So I figured that this will go with the tier tray. And you can see he has a crown, so that's going to be rhinestoned also. So I was probably thinking, I really didn't know what I was going to do with this. I came into this project not knowing exactly what I was going to do. So I'm just sort of doing it as I go. So here I'm using this other paint, this other gold, to try to match those skulls. And this one is the Deco Art American Decor Metallics. It's bright metallic paint in the color metallic gold. Oh, metallic sheen. Wait, let me see. There has to be a color on here. No, it doesn't have a color. It's gold, but I can't see the color. It just says it's a metallic sheen. Superior metallic sheen. Brilliant metallic sheen. It says that too. So I was trying to match those skulls. And I wasn't like, I was slightly going over it because I wanted the black to come through. So it was similar to, if you see, look at those skulls, they have the black coming through also. So I was trying to match that. So I was not giving it a thick coat. I was just slightly going over it. And I decided I'd go over the skulls a little bit just to make sure they had sort of the same tone as the charger. So there was some matching. I didn't completely cover them, I just lightly went over them. Now I'm going to add this little bling chain. I purchased this from Amazon. I just love it. I use it a lot. And I'll link that below in the description also, in case anybody's curious and wants to buy it, or it's there. So just going around the picture with this chain. Because like I said, I didn't cut this picture out very good, so just you try to cover those little imperfections as much as you can. But I'm not perfect. So, and like I say, the imperfections make your project unique. There's not another one like it out there. And if you want something perfect, I guess just go buy something off the store that's mass produced. So here we go. I'm going to rhinestone that crown. You guys can see why this project and the one before it took so much time with all this rhinestoning. It's a real time consuming thing. Even though I have it sped up, it's still a lot of time. So I'm just going to be quiet while you guys watch me rhinestone. I didn't have any rhyme or reason what stones I chose. It was just whatever I liked is what I chose. And if you guys don't want to watch me do this, you could just like fast forward it, I suppose, if that's what you want to do. I mean, I do that sometimes when I'm watching videos. I fast forward. But I mainly like watching the process that people use. Do you guys have any favorite people that you watch? Like that do dark and moody or gothic? It is hard to find people that do this type of projects. And I love to watch it, but can't hardly find anybody, just a few people. So I'm adding one of those stones to one of his teeth to match the tier tray. So I do end up resining this guy using like I used a food safe resin or epoxy. This maybe it's called epoxy. I did use that on this tray. I don't have it on this video. I didn't record myself doing it, but I wanted to make it food safe because I thought, oh, I could put cookies on it, or something, little sandwiches or something, if I'm having a party. I could put little stuff on it. I mean, if it wasn't food safe, you would have to use like maybe cupcakes that are in a wrapper, or muffins, or you could probably put saran wrap on it, over it, that would protect your food. If you didn't, put some epoxy on it. But if it was just, plain, I would have either done food that's wrapped or put saran wrap on it. But because I had those stones, I wanted it to have a smooth surface. So that's mainly why I used the epoxy on it, was to give it the smooth surface. So I found that the epoxy does take away some of the sparkle. I mean, the sparkle's still there, but it's not as brilliant as it is without the epoxy. So it did take some of that away. But, when you look at it, it looks like you have a glass on top of it. It's still really pretty. I mean, epoxy makes things look so, I don't know what's the term, but it's just like I don't know, it looks really nice when you're looking at it. It's like you're looking through something, which I guess you are. So I'm doing a lot of this on his crown. I mean, he is royal, right? Royals have jeweled crowns. What do you guys think so far? Do you think this would be something you would do? This is a lot of rhinestoning. I'm sorry. But I wanted you guys to see what I was doing, my whole process here. So here, these were little circles in the crown, so I'm adding each one of these to that circle. They just didn't want to cooperate with me. Am I done? I'm not sure. Maybe not. I seem to be getting some more jewels here. So I have a little sneak peek when I'm done with this, so you guys can see a little bit, because as I stopped it didn't show a whole lot, so, or when I finished this project it didn't show it, so I snuck in a little sneak peek of it before the final reveal. You can see a little bit of sparkle there as I moved it. Oh, thought I was done. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. A lot of rhinestoning. But I think it was worth it. Make sure it's all dry. So here are the skulls. I'm going to glue those together. And I will set the charger on top and glue it. And here we go. Here's your little sneak peek. And you can see, you can't see the sparkle because of the way it was pictured there, but it does have sparkle. Okay, project 3. This is a little candle holder that I purchased from Goodwill. I think it was $2.99. I thought it was really cute. I wasn't even going to record myself doing this because I was just trying to make something for my candle to go with the rest of the theme. And then I thought, well, this is part of that theme. I should just include it in this video. So it's just a really quick little project. You can see I got those little skull heads there that I purchased from Dollar Tree. I did stop in there. My first time this season that I've stopped into Dollar Tree. And so I purchased 2 bags of those skulls. And right now I'm just painting this candle thing. I guess that's a candle holder. I'm not really sure, you know. It looks like it to me. So it was a dark wood look, and I'm just painting it a flat black. I'm using Deco Art Americana in the shade Lamp Black. It's more of a flatter black. So you guys tell me. I was going to paint these skulls also black and like highlight them in gold. I didn't do that. So I'm wondering what you guys would think. You think they would look better all painted black? Let me know. But I do highlight that little, oh, I'm almost at the bottom, so I'm trying to save my paint. Because I'm at the end, I got to get back to the store and get more. So I did, you know, the little details around that candle holder. I did go over it with Rub and Buff, I believe. So here I'm just using my hot glue. I'm just going around it, adding these skulls. See, it's a really easy craft. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I'm using hot glue in case I ever want to take them off. You know, it'll be easy to take off. Here's the second bag. Here we go. Got the scales, or skulls on, not scales, skulls. Here I'm going to use the Rub and Buff to go around those designs on that. They were, it's like a lot of little details on it. So I'll show you guys here in a sec. So what do you think? Do you think I should have painted those gold or black and highlighted them with gold also? Let me know what you think or what you would do. If you would do something different in any of these projects, let me know. See those little details there? I'm just going over. There's my candle. There you go. And that's it. Okay, here's our final reveal. I hope you guys like it. This is our little candle holder. And there's our riser. He's pretty cool. See the little skulls under him. I will rotate a little bit so you can see. They're all there. The 3 worked out just fine. And then here's the star. Our royal guy here. He's all blinged out. I put my owls on there, the spider, the jeweled spider that I had. And you can see they look pink. Some look blue. So I really wish I would have used red now. But hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. He's got that little ruby on his tooth. I love him. I really, really love him. Sorry, I was a little shaky with the camera there. There you go. There's a good look. Thank you so much for watching. And please hit the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment. Thank you so much. Bye now.